It's going past 6 o'clock. Good morning. It's Monday, 21st June 2020. Enoh, Ogbevire. And the headline starting from the newspaper: Social Economic Rights and Accountability Project drags FG Lai Mohammed to Federal High Court over ban of unpatriotic Twitter. Sexual assault: Lagos government arrests school proprietor for kissing female students. NDDC board: APC leaders battle for control. In the Vanguard still, Kebbi shuts 7 schools indefinitely, adjudged as unsafe, says State NUT. Nadeko writes UNO over political instability, insecurity in Nigeria. In the Punch newspaper, Ogun cultists shot dead, off-duty policeman, 1 arrested. Ogun cultists shoot dead, off-duty policeman, 1 arrested. The electric car Buhari Obasanjo built, Oshibajo built. The electric car Buhari Oshibajo built. Trigger happy cop kills 5 Enugu youths, injures 4. EFCC demands Ogun Assembly financial records, probes alleged fraud. 15 Niger kidnapped victims escape from Zamfara forest as drunken guard sleeps off. States cry for cops, bandit change strategies, attack schools en masse. States cry for cops, bandits change strategies, attack school en masse. APC fixes convention for October, crisis in states persists. Media bill, Buhari National Assembly attempts to criminalize journalism, says IPC. Twitter usage says on the phone. All right, let's start off with WhatsApp, but let the calls come in. Ordering the River State School of Health and Management Sciences closure is not the best alternative to solve the lingering problems. Fight the fire from the source. One may send that in. Okwando Obina says the decision by PMB-led FG to dialogue on issues of security in the Southeast is a welcome development. I hope this will be accepted by all the residents and people in the Southeast, not banking on this unattainable and illicit Biafra of Nnamdi Kanu. We've got Amadi David from Urukparali saying good development on the dialogue because insecurity driven by ideology can hardly be quelled by use of force. Historic evidence abound, and this step by the federal government should be sincere, purposeful, and all-encompassing. We've got Samuel calling from Ada George. Good morning, Samuel. Hello?
Hello.
All right.
David West.
Apologies for that. Ezekiel Isaiah, federal government ready to dialogue with Southeast is a welcome development. Hear they cry and do something to help them, to prevent them from crying again. It's a mark of incompetence on the part of Professor Franklin, Provost of River State College of Health Sciences, for his inability to properly address the situation, the issues affecting the students. I urge Governor Ian Wike to look into the plight of the students. Muhammad Buhari has done well to toe the path of dialogue in resolving security issues in the Southeast. Since we agreed in the selling point that says there is unity in diversity, we should also allow all the components making up the country to have the sense of belonging. Williams from Fuche. Andy is calling from Abba. Let's have him talk to us. Good morning, Andy.
Hello. Good morning.
Let's hear you.
Typical hospital call and injured others in any. What is happening this time? From army to police, from police to court now. They can easily kill people just the way they wish to kill it now. That's why we are demanding from people from Nigeria, because Nigeria has to kill this to us. Not happy about that.
All right, thank you very much. I'm calling from Oyigbo. Good morning, let's hear you.
Thank you, my sister. Good morning. Federal government are going to dialogue with leaders of Southeast. This is a welcome development. I've been agitating for this. I've been calling for dialogue for a very long time now. And we'll advise federal government to please withdraw the troops in a way before this dialogue commences. If government has done this, the problem and other parts of Southeast wouldn't have been escalated up to this level. My people say that don't bring in Pepe when you are preparing medicine for the eyes. Please, let them go ahead and continue to do the dialogue, but let them withdraw the soldiers from the west of Ogbevire. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. We're hearing that there's some traffic build-up at Wimpy axis. Samuel is in Ada George. Good morning, Samuel. Let's hear you.
Yes, Enoh, good morning. Governor Wike called on the federal government to keep East-West Road. It's a welcome development, Enoh. That road needs serious attention, considering the economic activities that that road brings to the country. It needs urgent attention. I join my voice with the voice of the governor to call on the federal government to please ease this road for the people of this region to enable these economic activities move as it's supposed to be. That's my take this morning.
All right, Ogbevire is in Owerri. Good morning.
Morning, and good morning.
You're welcome.
I'm Ogbevire calling from Owerri. It's a welcome development. CMD to dialogue with Southeast leaders over insecurity. Yes, this is the right time. But we have been calling for this all this while. But before they start the dialogue, let them remove all the soldiers, all the police, that when they start the dialogue, the thing will be fruitful. Thank you. I'm Ogbevire calling from Owerri.
All right, thank you. Alozie is in Omuma. Good morning, Alozie.
Good morning, Enoh. Yeah, the management of College of Health and Science asking the students to participate in school premises. To me, I think that is not the issue, the way to resolve their grievances. I think these students are dying for conducive environment for them to take their lectures. So this protest has been continuing. I'm calling on the River State Governor. You see, the issue we have issue with them, she will not embark in a project that will affect the people. If it is giving flyover, that will give flyover. No way to set the school premises in order for students to carry out their lectures. Thank you.
We've got Chidi, who says, instead of you to look at the demands of those students and meet them, you decide to close down the school. We are killing education in this state. I will always say, flyovers can take us from Rumola Junction to water lines, but education will take us to the future where flyovers can take us. The closure of River State Health, College of Health Science and Technology isn't the best option for the school management. What the students demanded have been neglected since 2008. And I urge the school, the state government and the school's management to use this period of closing the school to fix the amenities to avoid a repeat of the protest. Merca Monday sent that in. Got JJ calling from Wimikbo. Good morning.
Yeah, Enoh, good morning. The call for dialogue by the federal government, I think, is a good one. But the question is, who and who will make up the Southeastern team? Because you hear them call, say, oh, the governors are not representing us, or Aneze is not representing us. But I know that the Mazi may not come because we know the rest of the story. And Governor Wike asking federal government to fix the east-west road from the LMA Junction axis, I think it's a very good call. But I want you to share guidance on the 16th of July 2015, where the governor collected about 3.5 billion from company working around that One axis that he wanted to fix the road. So which company did he give the job at the end of the day, and that job was not done? So I think it also need to be part of those to be called to fix the whole thing. And he was also talking about Ambassador Ojo Ngofa. He praised Ambassador Desmond Akawo around the Oyibo area and lampoon Ambassador Ojo Ngofa. I don't know what he's telling us. But for the road, let him to be part of those that will fix it because the money is still with him. Thank you very much.
Well, I cannot confirm that, but I'm checking to see the Guardian that you referenced. We're Nigerian folk. Morning, David, from Enoh.
Yeah, good morning, Madam Enoh. My name is David West. I want to say that the idea of settling or resolving the crisis in the Southeast via dialogue is good.
Okay.
And I also want to appeal to the conscience of the good people of the Southeast to listen, to adhere, and to abide by this dialogue measure. Then, let me also look at the issue of the closure of the College of Health Science. I do not think that would be the best approach. Rather, the governor should also exhaust his energy, his time, to see that the demands of the students are met. Is it not just the basic things of necessity, water, and what have you? Mr. Governor, please adhere to their demands. Have a nice day.
All right. Stephen is in Ajib. Good morning, Stephen. I've seen the publication, The Guardian of July the 16th, 2015. But Stephen, let's hear you from Ajib. Then I'll read what is here.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Stephen Ibigi. Buhari to dialogue to the southeast. It should not be on screen all the time. It should not be on Zoom all the time. You should come visit the southeast and know the problem. We should try and visit the southeast, not by, let it not be on TV, let it not be on the screen. You should come out in public and address the people and give the people what they want, and not on Zooming. Thank you.
All right. So for those who may have missed it, the president has traveled a bit in the last 2 weeks. I think he's in Ghana. Yes, I think he was in Ghana over the weekend. I think he's still there. But this is a document from July 15, 2015, July 16, 2015, saying that the River State government, speaking during the kickoff of the rehabilitation work, Governor Wike said he was lamented the neglect of a strategic state like rivers. He said it was unacceptable for anyone to travel from Port Harcourt to on Eleme for 3 hours, which is ideally a 20-minute journey. Okay, I want to read the part where it says, worried about the man-hour loss daily on the road, Wike held a meeting with strategic multinational companies, including Intel, Indorama, West Africa Containers Terminal, Port Harcourt Refining Company, and Nigeria Ports Authority operating in the One axis on how to rehabilitate the road. And it was agreed to collectively contribute 3 billion naira for the job. So they signed an MOU, that's according to The Guardian, on the 15th of July, and says Wike had frowned at the alleged failure of Indorama to pay 500 million it pledged as contribution for the rehabilitation of the road, which has been dilapidated for the past 6 years. So 6 years from 2015 goes to 2009. Okay, but they moved past that, and the governor kicked off the rehabilitation work on that road. Says the contract sum was shared or allocated by the governor as follows: Integrated Logistics Limited 1 billion, Indorama 500 million, West African Container Terminals 500 million, River State Government 300 million, Port Harcourt Refining Company 300 million, Nigeria Ports Authority 200 million, and Oil and Gas Free Zone 200 million. The parties agreed to mobilize RCC with 1.5 billion of the contract price, which is 3 billion naira. And he said RCC has mobilized to site and begun rehabilitation work. The parties also set up a committee to monitor and advise on the rehabilitation. Governor Wike stated that the balance 50% contract price will be paid to RCC upon 80% completion of the work. The date, July 16, 2015. Okay. Obinna. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I love the way you are reading all these things, eh? You know the problem I have with River State Governor, eh? You always play politics with the thing that concerns the citizens. Do you know that one of these flyover, they're supposed to relocate one of them to this Ogoni axis, Eleme Ogoni axis, to stop a lot of things. I know this company you mentioned, they paid cash. Where is the money? We cannot see it. But tomorrow somebody will be standing there, Mr. PUS, all these ones. The federal government that is trying to dialogue, this is fallacy. After killing innocent youths, then you are coming to dialogue. Dialogue with who? Any dialogue without Nnamdi Kanu, and Nnamdi Kanu is talking about referendum now. So I don't know what they are dialoguing for. Let's find out what they are dialoguing for. Are you dialoguing because of killing innocent citizens? Are you dialoguing because we destroy the land? It's a very big shame. Let's not be pretending.
All right.
Thank you.
Kuroye is in Oswalba. Good morning, Kuroye.
Good morning. I am on the topic of not being distant leaders to have to play with the federal government. I am disappointed with the statement from the distant leaders on the fact that if we are talking about the graduation of Biafra, they should have been dialogue by themselves with the distant leaders. They allow Nnamdi Kanu from outside the country to deceive the leaders, and youth are dying. While they are there, youth are dying, and they are determined to tell their leaders. But now they are done with the federal government. On what ground that occupied it, or we do, I mean, you can hear with them, that
The governor of Ebonyi State is taking that statement. When he divided from PDP to APC, killing started. They started killing in Ebonyi State. Killing uniform men, killing armed men, killing policemen. No action is taken by the Nigerians. It is now he wanted to get dialogue. Because the number of people who have died have completed. Instead of fighting the type of leaders they are having in the Northeast, I am disappointed in them. Thank you very much, Enoh.
All right, thank you very much. Arthur is in Aba. I'm sure take a break after this. Let's hear you. Go on.
All right, good morning, Enoh. I'm talking on the headline, federal government discussing with the Southeast leaders. I think they will take cognizance of the IPOP people. I know they are said to be, what do they call them?
Prescribed, right? Oh, Arthur's left the building. My colleague says to me, the road was rehabilitated at that time. So I'm wondering, so the 3 billion was paid, right? And the rehabilitation was done. And 4 years later, what am I even saying? Was it not about a year and a half ago that we had the lawmaker and others protest at that same place about the collapsing bridge? So is it that the road lasted for 3 hours, for 3 years rather, or it wasn't properly done? What's going on? What's going on? Emeka, talk to me. What's going on? 3 years after, and they're protesting, on that same road. So what happened? A section of the bridge has collapsed on Thursday, and now have begun the, trades blame again. It's not going to help us. And the traffic on that road didn't really ease up. I remember I was on that road around that time. Yeah, I remember. Crazy traffic. For hours, you'd be stuck there. So if the road was rehabilitated, what happened? 3 years, and that's it? 3 billion? Robert is no Igbo. Good morning, Robert.
Yes, hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, Governor Wike found East-West Road, Eleme. Yes, that is a good talk anyway. But in as much as he's frowning because of that road, I will also frown for Governor Wike to try and come up put up this Toyibo Road. I remember last week when he came to Oyibo to commission this secondary school. His convoy at Umusaya sink, and he followed through Ogoni. I was waiting for him to come and follow this road and see how bad this road is. So Governor Wike should come and walk this road for us, the people of Oyibo. We are not different from other states. Please, thank you.
All right.
And the mayor Robert.
All right, Robert, thank you for calling. So my colleague is somewhere around Rumuokuta to Wimpy, that axis, and he said the rush hour is crazy. He's been at on one spot for 30 minutes. Nothing is happening. No traffic warden yet at the Wimpy junction. I don't understand why. It's daybreak already. Says, oh my. So someone said that there was no rehabilitation work on that road even after the 3 billion was paid. So I don't know, but I mean, for whatever it's worth, we can see now that it was a mess. Whatever was done was just poorly done. Cyril Gourmet on Facebook: Buhari has violated the freedom of information. Now media has made the world a global village. Let the vice president think about this electric car production idea at the moment and rehabilitate our decayed infrastructure, industries and refineries. Where are we? Precious Nekaba Refresh. Uncle JJ, thank you for the reference. I hope the governor is listening. Concentrate on schools. So Kenneth Ibiaime is shutting down College of Health over the demand of the students for better learning environment is not the best. No wonder primary health workers have been like sheep without direction. Poor working facilities, no promotion for 10 years now. Why will such institution get government attention? We go to WhatsApp at this time. So the dialogue, right? So is the leaders of the Southeast that would dialogue with all the groups, then take it back to the president. That's what I understand from what's happening and what's going to happen. Around face, the closure of School of Health Sciences is not a welcome development. They're supposed to address the students who are protesting and carry out their demands. I'm not sure we're practicing true democracy in Nigeria. If we are, they should listen to the demands of the students. The plan for dialogue I'll get to that. But Samuel from Ikodi, Engen, he says, Governor Wike calls on federal government to come and fix Aleto Bridge on One Eleme axis of East-West Road. Is it not Wike that collected billions of naira from companies within One with the aim of fixing that road? He should stop playing politics with Rivers people. This one says, so the federal government now wants to dialogue with the Southeast. It's a welcome development, though it's coming late. Nnamdi Kanu should be part of the dialogue and not Ohaneze, because Mani Abba doesn't believe in them. Deji, the plan for the dialogue in the Southeast is a good move, and the people of the region should take this very seriously. So they need to come together and present a united front. Deji says the governor is a hypocrite. He claims the East-West Road is federal, yet he built flyover at Rumokoro across same road instead of across Ikwe Road. What stops him from doing the same at Aleto and One Junction, despite all the money collected from companies there? Those two junctions need flyover more than others. Where are we? On WhatsApp. Desire to dialogue with leaders of the South is in order, but it must not end in mere discussion, but some resolutions should be reached and implemented for peace to stay. On Eleme Bridge, let's end promise and fail politics in this state. Please tell Buhari, Ngige and others that the international community and IPOB are calling for referendum and not dialogue with selfish so-called Igbo leaders. UBU, Ubu, send that from Port Harcourt. Well, when they have that dialogue, then they would say, oh, fantastic that we're here now. What we need is a referendum. But they need to get to that talking table. I really don't want to comment on today's headlines, but the communique you read from The Guardian provoked my interest. 3 billion naira rehabilitation work on that road was bad since 2010. And the governor is calling on federal government and others, APC leaders in South and Rivers, but he didn't call them to join him collecting the money. Wow. Our governor should stop politicking with people's lives. Elections are coming. FG wants to dialogue with the Southeast. Come alert. Southeast leaders should run from these Yahoo boys. Finally, them go promise them fake election promises. Frank sent that from Umukursi. Thank God at Twegu. Federal government should stop robbing the good people of River State. No federal government projects in the state. Governor Wike cannot tell us he collected billions of naira to rehab the bridge, and after just about how many months the bridge is collapsing again, he must vomit that money. He says the governor is just an attention seeker, always looking for a way to get the attention of the Minister of Transportation. I urge him to face the unemployment issues and the security issues facing the state instead of always seeking attention. Making noise everywhere. Please tell our governor and those companies to return the 3 billion to the people's purse, else we'll sue him and them. Prince sent that in. 0817 923 0002 0817 923 0003 0817 923 0009 are the numbers to call. We are on Facebook at Nigerian 4PH. Let's see. Has Governor Wike forgotten that 78.7 billion was given to him by the federal government some months ago? That was used by Amechi for federal roads. Why won't he feel the plight of Rivers people for once? The whole flyover he's built is not worth 78 billion. So what is it doing with very huge Rivers allocation for 6 years and counting? Ochoma is in Rumolumeni. Good morning, Ochoma.
Good morning, Enoh, my friend.
How are you?
Yeah, fine. And I want to comment on federal government planning to have dialogue with the Southeast leader concerning the insecurity there. I want to say it's a good one. But let them be sincere. Let them be sincere. Let them ask questions. Let them call everybody to the round table and hear from them. What is the problem? What do people want? So not to deceive the others and cause more problem in Southeast. Thank you very much.
Kingsley is in HA. Good morning, Kingsley. That didn't pull through. The money was used to rehabilitate the road and not the bridge. The road wasn't possible at that point aside the current bridge issue. The bridge wasn't faulty then. Let's set the record straight. Federal government has been maintaining the bridge, not the state. Christian sent that in. Acho Amodu says from day one, Governor Wike made right Honorable Chibuike Amechi's agenda. That's why he would rather than fund the primary health centers, education and agriculture, choose to pick on the former governor and former ambassador to the Netherlands, Ojungofa. How cost-effective is it for Governor Wike to resurface a 200-kilometer road and pay all the media houses for coverage? As we speak, the College of Health Science Management and Technology has been shut down because students complain about poor infrastructure development. Governor Wike has indeed failed. Daffy says the federal government should not dialogue with the East in isolation. All of the Southwest, where the addition for secession under Sunday Igboho is so strong, let them also dialogue with the Southwest. You know that in 2015, Governor Wike was busy promising here and there. Remember, he took loan to rehabilitate that shopping mall opposite NDDC. He accused Amaechi of abandoning, but then not today. Has he fixed it? Ifeanyi Chukwuwodo. The government of River State is the biggest hypocrite. He refused to work on Nkpolu Akpaju and that Aleto Bridge, but has changed the original design of Aba Road, a federal road. Kingsley sent that in. We've got Victor from Meneka. Good morning, Victor.
Yeah, good morning.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to comment on the call for the federal government, governor's call for the federal government to fix the LMA road. Truth must be said. That road, I've been on that road at some point before that rehabilitation job. I spent 8 hours going to Akwa Ibom. So it was because of that rehabilitation that we can even pass through that road. But that's the responsibility of the federal government. And looking at Enoh and the refinery and all that, the government is making so much money from that axis. So there's nothing wrong. Let's not begin to align these issues based on political leanings. Federal government should do the needful. With the kind of investment infrastructure they are putting in the north, there's nothing wrong. That's small stretch. What will it cost them? When people say things, we argue. People will come and say the governor this, the governor. What he's saying, is it all right? Is it not the responsibility of the federal government to do that? It's a federal road. And there are a lot of federal agencies in that area that is making money daily for the federal government of Nigeria. That road was fixed at that time. But possibly because of the whatever, the road will have failed also. But they should come and fix it.
All right. Uche Ken is calling from Eche. Good morning.
Yeah, in the morning. Let me look at the truth. Rescued another teacher and student in Kebbi State. I want to ask a simple question. Where were the troops, the security operatives, during and after the adoption of the students and the teachers? Which vehicle really convert them? The troops always say, but please sit up and carry out their professional conduct. All these stories every day, I don't think is going down well with me. So finally, Governor Wike took a try for former Governor Amaechi and Ojungofa for failure to attracting or bringing development to River State. Don't forget in a hurry.
Time.
When Governor Wike was a junior minister, he attracted lots of projects being mentioned by him a few weeks ago. And after that day, he was a junior minister. Today, we are talking about the senior minister who has been in the office for over 6 years. This is politics taking too far.
All right, thank you. You've got to run. Final message here. Why would Governor Wike be talking of federal government always and leaving his own core responsibility of paying minimum wage and its arrears, as well as promoting civil servants, employment, and judicious use of rivers money? That's all we can take. Thank you very much for joining the conversation. My name is Enoh Ogbevire. At 8 o'clock, we'll move to the River State College of Health Sciences and Technology to find out exactly what is going on. Good morning.